In 1966, the new building for the Whitney Museum of American Art was opened to the public. Designed by Marcel Breuer, the building was hailed as a daring and innovative structure. In 1985, the board of the Whitney Museum announced plans to radically alter the original Breuer building.
They chose Breuer because they wanted his kind of dynamic, different-looking, modern American feeling, and to override that, to scuzz it up, is not right.
Marcel Breuer's Whitney Museum of American Art. Located on New York's Upper East Side, the Whitney Museum has long been the object of praise and criticism. Its critics have called it intimidating and cold. Its advocates have called it daring, provocative, and challenging. In 1964, the Whitney Museum decided to expand into a building that was larger and more suitable to the needs of an art museum. The new building would not simply house art, but captured the spirit of the museum as well. Established in 1931 by Gertrude Vanderbilt Whitney, the museum is dedicated to showing art of living American artists. The desire to reflect the direction of the museum through its architecture brought the Whitney Museum and Marcel Breuer together. In the 1930s and 40s, modernism dominated the world of architecture and design. Marcel Breuer was one of its principal figures.
It was severely anti-ornament. It was supposed to be pared down to the basic structure. The structure should be visible. The person should be able to read the structure of the building. It was very austere. Those would be components of the style, and then there would be a lot of ideology that went with that as to why that would be good and why anything else would be, as it were, not so hot.
Modernism in architecture has its roots in the Bauhaus, the famous architecture and art school in the Weimar Republic, which existed from 1919 to 1933. Under the guidance of Walter Gropius, the Bauhaus taught that the ideal architect would be part artist and part technician. Students were taught not only about buildings and structure, but about forms, color, design, and ideals. Aesthetically, modernism was pure and simple. Ideologically, it attempted to liberate the class structure. With the development of industrialization, one could build efficient and attractive buildings in less time with less manpower and for a lower cost. It was the goal of the architect to take the best that industrialization had to offer and present it in an artistic way.